All right, thanks for coming back this week to this channel. This video that I am doing today was something that was pretty much just came to me from something that I read today. I wanted to do a different type of video for you all, but I just can't get in the creative mood. I'm sorry. It just feels stupid to do any type of a travel video or anything that is not related to what is going on right now, because I am deeply hurt by what I've been seeing, especially the way that Americans are being treated. And I'm so sad. I've been praying for these people, and I can't imagine what they must be going through over there. I mean, especially, well, everybody has it bad. And you know what I'm talking about, the country that I'm talking about. I really have to be careful in this video about certain words, because they're gonna cut it off for me. So they've already done that with the recent one that I did this week, because I mentioned a letter in there that you can use for some things, and they don't like that. So going back to the topic, it just feels wrong to be doing anything that has to do with superficial stuff like traveling or RVing or anything like that. And that's one of the reasons I'm changing my channel, because it's just so superficial at this point to even think that I can even talk about something like that, with so much suffering and pain in the world, with so much evil in the world that has to be exposed. And that's one of the reasons I do my Bible studies as well. But this morning was really interesting, because I read something that I said, I want to share this with everybody, because I don't think they know. At least I don't know. So I learned it today. But when they're talking about the B guy, getting him to resign or to impose the 25th Amendment on him, that's really not going to do anything for all of us. We all know that, though, right? Because his successor, who, you know, is just as bad as he is. I mean, these are puppets. These are puppets. I mean, he said it clearly in the speech yesterday, that he's given, you know, what to say and who to ask questions about. I mean, clearly these are puppets. We are in a war, and they're using Americans. And I think they're using them, but I think that they're also contributing themselves to this. I mean, it's not like there's a gun on their head or anything like that. But, you know, when we talk about this stuff about the 25th, and it's not going to matter, because she's in there. You know who I'm talking about, right? And she's just as bad as him. She's going to continue with their agenda, and it's not really going to matter. But I found it interesting today, and I did write some stuff down because I wanted to make sure that I don't get it wrong. So we all know that if either he resigns or she or he is taken out because of the 25th, she's just as incompetent as him, right? Because we haven't seen her step up to the plate either. She hasn't condemned what he's done. She hasn't really said much of anything. And we saw what she did over at the border, where she was Casper the Friendly Ghost for so long, right? So this is like kind of like a chess move. And I thought it was really interesting. So let me read you this part so that you can catch it. All right. Okay, I got my glasses. I can see now. All right, it says here, I read it, and it says in Article 1, Section 2 of the U.S. Constitution, it says, the VP of the U.S. shall be president of the Senate, but shall have no vote unless they be equally divided. Right now, the current Senate is divided with 50-50. So guess who runs everything through? The VP, because she's the one in charge. So if he goes and she gets in, they lose that spot where she can make, she's the one that's going to make the decisions, right? If there's a 50-50 call on things. If she were to get into the P status, then Mitch M would get in, and he would be the one, the deciding factor there on the 50-50. So that means he can also be against any of the VP nominations as well. So this is an interesting chess move that I learned about today. And who is the best chess player out there? Well, we know who that is. But some of the things that he can knock off are the 3.5 trillion budgets, the Green New Deal, and the packing of the Supreme, and even the GUN control, because that's going to be eventually coming down the line. And this is why they're setting up an army against us, because that's what the next move is, what they're going to try to do, I'm pretty sure. Now, when I told you this, you're going to see that he looked like a blundering idiot yesterday, and they don't care. They don't care because it makes them feel good that the U.S. looks like we're stupid, like we're dumb, like, you know, it just, that's exactly the position they want us to. So they don't mind a leader that looks like a puppet and a joker. You understand? And they're going to continue to leave him there. He knows what he's doing. He's not completely gone. He's had several surgeries, but he knows what he's doing. He's playing into all of this, okay? And making himself look foolish and dumb and ridiculous is part of the reason that they're doing it, okay? That's the plan here. They're not going to get rid of him. They have no intention to get rid of him at all. That's what they want. They want him to look like a complete fool. Now you're probably going to say to me, okay, so he's 78. He might not live this long, right? They must have had a game plan for that. Well, the game plan is something else that I read also in this article that I read. If it happens during a conference, like when he's meeting with other people and it's live, somebody has to acknowledge the death and it has to be accepted. So that's the first place where it goes. Then after that, of course, she's going to get in. So that's going to mess them up, right? So that would be a chess move where the other situation I told you would happen, right? Well, Mitch M would take over. But if he dies in private, which is probably what they're going to try to do, to make it seem like it's private and nobody saw, probably going to try to tell us that there's been like some kind of an assassin attempt and that they have to hide him for a while until to an undisclosed location just to make sure that everything's good. And they would probably attempt to tell us that it was some of these people that you're seeing now. This could be where we're headed here too. Or they're just going to keep playing along with this as long as they can and keep controlling things covered up, you know, so that we don't know the truth of what happened, because he doesn't have to sign a bill. So I wrote down here, he doesn't have to sign a bill for it to be allowed if Congress remains in session for 10 days after. So he can be gone for a while, and they could fake it for quite a while if this is the case. So by doing this, by keeping it quiet that he's not around anymore, she would still be the VP, right? And she could still run all of her initiatives through the Senate. If it becomes a 50-50, right? She can be the choice chooser there. And everything would be fine. So I'm telling you, this is an incredible chess game that is going on here. I know that Mr. T is great at chess game and playing. So I'm not sure if they know, but I know that if they know how to deal with this, because these people play really dirty. Really dirty. I'm going to show you some stuff here now that's really concerning to me when I went online. So let's get to some of the news now. Like, look at this one from yesterday. It says that the T has more Black Hawk helicopters now than 85% of countries in the world. Like, why wouldn't you go and get them? We have the best army in the world. What is up with these jokers that they can't even keep a straight face? What's so funny about this? I mean, you've seen some of the things that I've been posting on this video. How can we trust these people? Really, how can we trust these people? I just don't know what's going to happen from here on out. I know that in AZ, Attorney General Mark the Maricopa County Board of Supervisors is in violation of state law for failing to comply with the Arizona Senate subpoenas related to the 2020 So if the board does not change its course, the Attorney General will notify the state treasurer to withhold their allocated state funds. It could be $70 million if they don't comply. But they have 30 days to comply. So I'm just wondering why this is taking so long. They had a subpoena that they had to present certain things. We're waiting on the results and they don't want to provide it. But I don't understand why the judge gave them 30 days to rectify the situation. They keep playing around with the law. Like, why didn't the judge say, you know, you got a subpoena, you were supposed to do it, you have 3 days to come up with it? Why 30 days? Now it'll be the end of September by the time that anything is done there. They make it seem like, oh, this is good news. The judge finally got tough with them. The judge is not tough with them. Look at all the stuff that has happened. Look at all the stuff that could happen in 30 days. You're talking about the end of September here with this stuff. Why is this taking so long? They keep playing around with the stuff, dragging it and dragging it. And you think this guy's a good guy, but why didn't he just say no? You have a subpoena. You have 3 days or 5 days. I want it next week. End of story. It is preposterous, the things that you see here. It's like they just want to keep hanging and hanging and hanging things to go on and on and on and on. And I'm just fed up. I'm just truly fed up with a lot of the stuff that I see on there. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm preparing my stuff here because I think things are not going to get good. I hope that you guys are preparing. I hear that a lot of the stores, people are shopping and buying things. They're running out of things because people are protecting themselves for what's coming. And these people are radical, and you see it. You see how radical they are. And I'm going to tell you something. If you see people out there in the RV community who are defending this kind of stuff, they're radicals too. And you need to tell them that they're radicals and shut them up, because honestly, this is a disrespect to our country. This is a disrespect to our soldiers. And this is a disrespect to all of us as well as we the people. So I hope that you will continue to pray with me for all of these people that are out there. Sounds pretty hopeless for us right now. So all we could do right now is really pray and have God, make this such a big event that the world is going to know that this was God. This was God who turned everything around. So I pray that that happens for all of us. So I thank you for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want me doing a couple of more videos about politics and stuff like that, let me know and I will do it. So I hope you have a wonderful evening. God bless. And I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.